This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, it is 12 o'clock. So welcome to today's Parent U Lunch and Learn, our second session. We're excited to share some important information with all of you about academic advising and course selection for the 25-26 school year at Kennedale Junior High. In these next 30 minutes, the junior high counselors are going to review how they support students in choosing courses and what parents can expect during the process. This session will be recorded for those who can't attend live, so please submit any questions in the chat and we'll address them. Thank you so much again for joining us. I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Simmons and Ms. Buckles, our junior high counselors. You're muted, Ms. Simmons.
Good afternoon. I'm Charity Simmons, one of the counselors at Kennedale Junior High. And I also have Ms. Buckles, the counselor at the junior high as well. And we're excited that you're with us today to discuss the course options for your students coming up for the 2025-2026 school year. So we will hop right into our presentation. We want to continue to support you guys on your students' educational journey. We are throughout Kennedale ISD working with you and your student to make sure that they are ready. So at the end, what does ready mean? Ready means that they're ready to go out into the world with employable skills, or ready to go to college or to a career or to the military. And so at junior high or middle school, your students start to have an opportunity to take different leveled courses. So you will see that if you're a fifth grade parent here today, and if you're a current junior high parent, those opportunities increase as you move through the grade levels. So you'll start hearing words like CTE, which is Career Technology Education. You'll also start hearing acronyms like CCMR, which is College, Career, and Military Readiness. And we have some courses that we're bringing to the junior high this year, where students can start earning high school credit in CTE courses in 7th grade. So that's an awesome opportunity for them. And we also already have some high school credit courses in 8th grade as well. So we're working with you and your student to ensure that they are ready for either college, career, or the military when they leave us. So for your junior high schedule, we currently have an 8-period day and are looking to maintain that next year. That encompasses 4 core classes and 4 electives each semester. Classes includes English, math, science, and history. And as I stated before, they have the opportunity to take them on a different level. We like to help them choose the learning level that they are able to achieve a challenge and grow in, but not be at a frustration level. So they could choose English or honors English, science or honors science, social studies or honors social studies. For math, we do have an accelerated path for students who qualify for that. So we'll jump into advanced academics as well. Advanced academics, any student can choose to take them, but we do have recommendations so that we can set students up to be successful. So recommendations would include having a 90 or above at the end of the year, scoring masters on their STAR, meeting their MAP growth, or if they're already identified as GT, they would be encouraged to take advanced academics. Our honors courses are at a faster pace. They get into the depth of the content more, and they do provide a challenge for students to engage in critical thinking, problem solving, and for students who are achieving at or above grade level already. For math specifically, students will qualify for that course depending on their end of year exams and assessments. And so we'll place them in the course that they qualify for math. The accelerated math track means that at 7th grade, they're going to move quickly through 2 grade levels. So in 6th grade, they're the same, 6th grade math, and they both take 6th grade math STAR. But in 7th grade, on-level math takes on-level 7th grade math and the 7th grade STAR. But at accelerated math takes all of 7th grade and all of 8th grade math content, and they take the 8th grade STAR test. So it gets a little bit faster in 7th grade. If they are on the accelerated math track, then in 8th grade, they will take a high school math class, which is Honors Algebra 1, and they will receive high school credit for that, as well as take their high school end of course exam. That is what EOC stands for. And the next opportunity as a sophomore would be, as a 9th grader, would be Honors Geometry. If a student stays on the on-level math track, they can still have an opportunity to take honors math in high school. So it's just depending on your student's learning level, where they are in their achievement, and what's best for them. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Buckles to discuss the elective options.
Hi, good afternoon again. My name is Kathleen Buckles, and I'm the other counselor here at the for electives, you will notice that as students grow from 6th to 7th to 8th, their elective opportunities increase. So they have more options the older they get, and that is by design, just preparing them for high school. If you have an incoming 6th grader, you will notice on the chart here that there are some required electives. So for the 6th graders, they need to either choose pre-athletics or PE. Pre-athletics is going to be if they want to participate in the athletics program competitively in 7th or 8th grade. So it's a way for them to get trained for that and get ready for those things. PE is just your normal basic physical education class where they're playing games and learning skills and health and wellness and all those kinds of wonderful things. One of those two is required for our incoming 6th graders. The other thing that is required for incoming 6th graders is a fine art, and they can choose from band or choir or the advanced theater class if they have some previous acting experience, whether that's in the community or school, a school play, that kind of thing. So they need to choose one of those 3 fine arts, and then additionally, they may choose another elective between art and the GT Advanced Project for those that have their GT identification. And that is their Future City project. The other required elective for our 6th graders is the ROAR class, and that is where they will do their tech apps. So learning how to use the computer, they'll be starting Zello, which is a program that we use all through high school. They'll get their SEL classes, learn organization skills, and all those kinds of things. So that is for our incoming 6th graders. For our incoming 7th graders, their required electives are the College and Career Readiness class, and that's a 2 semester, so full year class. And this is new this year. We have the Financial Foundations, which is 1 semester, and Lifetime Nutrition and Wellness, which is another semester. Both of those 2 required electives are the ones that count for high school credit that Ms. Simmons talked about at the beginning. And that's brand new for our 7th graders. It's a really exciting opportunity for them to get high school credit in 7th grade. They are also required to choose between either athletics or PE. And for athletics, they have to have a physical. The coaches will get information to you, and that's due within the first week of school. And they are required then to commit to playing sports for Kennedale Junior High. Their fine arts, electives are, and they're going to have a choice of one of these: band, choir, advanced theater, again, if they have previous acting experience. And then for our 7th graders, they're also able to choose 2 and take them an alternate semester. So they could choose art and theater combo, and that's a beginning theater class, so no previous experience required. Art and creative writing, or they could do creative writing and then theater, and those kinds of things just depend on how scheduling goes, which semester they take those in. And then they can also choose the GT Advanced Project, again, GT identification for that. And finally, for our incoming 8th graders, they have their required electives are the BIM class, that is a high school credit, and it is their CTE course, so that college or career and tech education. They also are required to take a coding and programming of video games. That's also a high school credit. And then their web communications or a lab, the lab will be based on their STAR data, and those are things that they will be put in as needed. And then finally, like we said earlier, the 8th graders get to choose even more electives. Sorry, let me go back. I misspoke. On the required electives at the top that you see there, the BIM and the coding and programming, they're going to choose between one of those two. They don't need to take them both. They get to choose whether they're going to take BIM or the coding and programming of video games. Okay. So then moving down to the fine art electives, it's the same kind of options, just they get all of the choices. So they can take athletics. Again, the physical is required. There's the advanced theater with the experience. There's Art 1. That's another opportunity to earn a high school credit. Band, choir, creative writing, which is only 1 semester. So they would need another half semester credit there. Spanish 1, another opportunity for high school credit. Student aids for either library or teachers or office. That is an application only class. Yearbook, again, an application only class. And then the GT Advanced project again. So they're going to choose 3 from that column as incoming 8th graders. Okay. And then just some general information for you about the junior high, if you don't already know. Every student has a Chromebook. They have their Ascender student portal and email. They have their own portal account, and they're encouraged and required to check their grades, check their assignments, check their emails, and they have to remember their username and password. So it's that growth from elementary where things are just kind of given. So once they're coming up, our current 6th and 7th graders are used to that. Our incoming 6th graders who are coming up to us from the 5th grade, your student portal accounts will be set up by us here at the junior high. And then you as parent or guardian will receive their login information in the summer sometime. So make sure that you have a current email address with us. Our our returning students already have their account set up. They need to keep remembering that username and password. It's the same one they've used all year long. It's not going to change. Core classes are clustered in grade level hallways. So we have a 6th, the 7th, and 8th grade hallway, 4-minute passing periods, and 3 grade level lunches. We require clear backpacks here at the junior high. They cannot be mesh. They must be clear. There's no locker. So in their backpack, if they just keep one binder, their Chromebook, and then a lunchbox and a small bag, which do not have to be clear. If they just have those things in their backpack, the clear backpacks will hold up with very minimal damage. Cell phones, same as in elementary, they are required to be turned off and in their backpack unseen from the first bell to the last bell. We also follow the district dress code policy, and this is a big one. All hair must be natural color. So no blue, no green, no pink. And then the red, natural red, not like clown red. And then we follow the grading guidelines that are part of the district, and the students will accrue a grade, and it's considered for their UIL eligibility. In other words, if they're not passing their classes with a 70 or above, they're not going to be able to participate in sports or band, choir, or theater contests.
Alrighty. Also, some things that will change at junior high is dismissal if you're a rising 6th grade parent. Our students are exited out of the building with their teacher, but we don't necessarily stand in a line and call them to your car. So make sure that if they're a car rider, they're able to identify your car, the color, and all of that. Or if they're a bus rider, they do need to know their bus number on that first day. For students taking high school credit classes, they cannot be dropped at semester, and they do factor into the student's transcript and their GPA. So in the course guide, you can find the GPA scale there for your review, but typically grades that are a 3.0 or higher are in a B range, B to an A range, and so we encourage students to keep them up in that range because that looks good if they're planning on attending college. Students are also expected to complete the courses that they select. The selection process is really early, but that's because we build a schedule over the summer based on those requests. So there's not room to move around or change things in August. So if your student signs up for something, it's due March 31st and they change their mind April 15th. Let us know. We can change it by the end of this school year. But getting into August, we're going to help them work through hard things and complete the courses that they've signed up for. Students will also have an opportunity to participate in the PSAT. We've typically provided the opportunity in the spring, but signups are open around December, January, February. So be on the lookout for that. It's a great opportunity to help them see kind of what those college entrance exams look like. So our 7th and 8th graders typically take that for early exposure. All right.
Okay, so finally, just how are you going to sign up for these classes? This is the information that you need. So you still are required to complete the registration process online. So submitting proof of residency, shot records, completing the enrollment online like you have every other year. Like Ms. Simmons said, the junior high online course request form is due on March 31st. So if you have an incoming sixth grader, that course request form has been sent through Parent Square from your elementary principal. So you should have received that last week, or you will receive it this Thursday if you were at Delaney. So Patterson, it opened up after we did our open house. So we'll present this information again this Thursday night at Delaney's open house in case you have more questions. You will get a copy of your responses when you provide your email in the form. So our current 6th and 7th, rising 7th and 8th graders, their course request form is found in their Zenden, which is a Canvas course from us, the counselors. And all of the information they need is there. And we have talked to our 6th graders and we are talking to our 7th graders tomorrow during their science classes. So they will have this information too. And then for our kiddos who are leaving us and going on to bigger and better things at the high school, the high school counselors came this past Monday and presented their course information to them. They should have come home. Your students should have come home with a packet. In the middle of that packet is a pink sheet, and that is due by March 28th. It does require a parent signature. And so just make sure that you ask your current 8th grader about that. And then this Friday, Ms. Simmons and I will be in their BEM classes or their WildCat for Success and help them putting those things into Zello. So lots of information we know. And do you guys have any questions? I think the chat is open for questions. Dr. Devlin, are we seeing any questions?
No questions yet.
No questions.
Yeah, thank you guys. That's a lot of information to get through, and I appreciate you both. Thank you all for joining today's Parent U Lunch and Learn. We hope you found it helpful. Our goal is always to ensure both students and parents feel informed and confident as we move through this process together. If you have any further questions or need any additional support, please reach out to our counseling team. Again, this session was recorded and it will be posted on our Parent U site on the district website, so feel free to revisit the content at any time. We always appreciate your engagement. Look forward to partnering with you and supporting your students' academic success. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.